Coughing, sneezing, sore throats, it's that time of year. But how do you know if it's just a run-of-the-mill cold or if it's a virus like strep? Dr. Paul Hartlaub is here. He's a family doctor with Wheaton Franciscan Healthcare. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
It is, you know, with the temperature fluctuations especially, I would imagine you're seeing sore throats.
A lot of them coming in. They're picking up definitely in frequency this time of year.
It's strep, though, you say. That's what we need to be concerned about.
Strep we're worried about because of complications that can happen afterwards. It can have serious effects on your heart or your kidneys. It actually gets better without antibiotics most of the time, but what we really worry about are the complications.
Especially so if you have pre-existing conditions like heart disease, kidney disease.
Yeah, that would make it worse, but even if you don't, it can cause serious illness.
What was interesting, I just found out from you can, because I always think that I can self-diagnose just by looking in the mirror going, that I can tell if my throat's red, if it's strep. Not necessarily so.
No, some of the reddest throats are not strep, and oftentimes we see strep in a perfectly normal looking throat. It always has pain, though, and that's one of the key features. If it hurts when you swallow,
if it hurts, yeah.
It may be strep.
Hurts, fever often accompanies it.
Fever, swollen glands. It usually doesn't travel with a cold. If you get a cold, it's not as likely to be strep. It still could be.
Okay, so that's the distinction. If it's a cold, probably not strep. If you got the pain, the fever, probably strep. Antibiotics, you can only do that if you go to the doctor and get swabbed and get confirmed.
Right,
yeah.
right.
What if it's not strep and it's just a bad sore throat that's keeping me down? What are some of the things that work, or does anything work for that?
Yeah, you can just really treat the symptoms, I think. You have to ride it out just like a cold, but you can treat the symptoms with saltwater gargles, with Advil, Tylenol. Wouldn't want to use aspirin in a child because of the possibility of influenza and Rye syndrome when they get aspirin. But otherwise, with adults, Advil, Aleve, Tylenol, saltwater gargles.
And are sore throats contagious if they're just caused by a cold, or are they more contagious if they're strep? How does that work?
They're very contagious both ways.
Both ways.
Yep, and they travel the same way. People get it on their hands and then spread it to someone else, or cough it if it's a cold.
So wash hands, wash hands, wash hands. Dr. Paul, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
It is 7:15. Let's go over to Rob. Gosh, you got like 6 pairs of hands. Or no.